Hey there! So glad you're joining us today as we dive into the world of secrets that just couldn't stay hidden. From juicy celebrity gossip to earth-shattering political revelations, these secrets have left a lasting impact on society. So sit back, relax, and get ready to be amazed by some of the most intriguing and fascinating secrets in history. Let's get started. The Watergate Scandal, 1972. The Watergate scandal was a political scandal that took place in the United States in the 1970s. It involved the break-in at the Democratic National Committee headquarters, which led to the discovery of a widespread pattern of political spying and sabotage carried out by President Richard Nixon's administration. The political scandal of 2016. In 2016, a scandal broke out that revealed widespread abuse of power within the political establishment. This led to calls for greater accountability and transparency, as well as significant changes to the way political campaigns were run. The 2008 financial crisis. The 2008 financial crisis was a major event in world history that had a huge impact on global economies. It was caused by a combination of factors, including the subprime mortgage crisis, the bursting of the housing bubble, and the failure of major financial institutions. The Catholic Church Abuse Scandal, 2018. In 2018, a scandal broke out within the Catholic Church that revealed widespread abuse of power and sexual misconduct by priests and other members of the clergy. This led to calls for greater accountability and transparency within the Church, as well as widespread reforms aimed at preventing future abuse. The food industry abuses, 2021. In 2021, a scandal broke out within the food industry that revealed widespread abuse of power and exploitation of workers. This led to calls for greater regulation and oversight of the food industry, as well as significant changes to the way food is produced and distributed. The tech industry abuses, 2020. In 2020, a scandal broke out within the tech industry that revealed widespread abuse of power and exploitation of workers. This led to calls for greater regulation and oversight of the tech industry, as well as significant changes to the way technology is produced and used. Online data manipulation, 2018. In 2018, a scandal broke out regarding the manipulation of data online. This led to calls for greater transparency and accountability in the way that data is collected, stored, and used by tech companies. The pharmaceutical industry abuses, 2019. In 2019, a scandal broke out within the pharmaceutical industry that revealed widespread abuse of power and exploitation of consumers. This led to calls for greater regulation and oversight of the pharmaceutical industry, as well as significant changes to the way that drugs are produced and marketed. The media industry abuses, 2011. In 2011, a scandal broke out within the media industry that revealed widespread abuse of power and exploitation of consumers. This led to calls for greater regulation and oversight of the media industry, as well as significant changes to the way that news and information is produced and disseminated. The sports industry abuses, 2015. In 2015, a scandal broke out within the sports industry that revealed widespread abuse of power and exploitation of athletes. This led to calls for greater regulation and oversight of the sports industry, as well as significant changes to the way that sports are produced and marketed. And that's a wrap on today's video. We hope you had as much fun watching as we did putting it together. These secrets may have rocked the world, but they also make for some pretty interesting stories. Thanks for joining us, and we can't wait to share more with you in the future. Pro Top 10.